Hello everybody, welcome to our SysKit webinar with the topic of upgrade to SysKit. So just to present myself and my colleague here, my name is Sarah. I'm Customer Success Manager here at Acceleratio, and here with me today I have Fran, our SysKit product owner, and we're going to guide you through this webinar and show you how to upgrade your current terminal services log application, remote desktop gateway, or server monitoring toolkit to the SysKit, our new rebranded tool. So Fran is just going to say hi now, and later we're going to hear him do the demo.
Hello guys, my name is Fran and I'm SysKit product owner and in this webinar I will be helping Sarah to upgrade your existing terminal services log installation to the SysKit.
Okay guys, so as you already know, we are Acceleratio software development company. We're based here in Europe and we do a lot of things for your Windows Remote Desktop Services, Citrix admins, as well as SharePoint and Office 365. So these are some of our featured clients. Many of you are actually among them, and all of these customers are using at least one of our products, and some of them are using even the whole package, all three of our current products, SysKit, SP.kit, and CloudKit 365. So just before we get started, I'm going to guide you to today's agenda. So first we have a little bit of housekeeping rules to kind of tell you what the whole purpose of today's webinar is, kind of let you know where you can ask your questions. Please ask questions during this webinar. We're going to try and answer all of them. We have our support team ready on call to answer your questions, and later we're going to do a Q&A to answer the most interesting questions that were shown here today. So later on we're going to do a short SysKit overview to let you know what actually is new in our SysKit tool. Then we're going to share with you how we came up to an idea to do a rebranding to SysKit, and then we're going to do a demo where Frame is going to show us how to do the upgrade from your current tool to the new SysKit tool. As I mentioned, we have then summary and Q&A. So just to show you this housekeeping rules today, we're going to make this, we're recording this webinar and going to make it available for download. All of the attendees will receive a 30% discount on the SysKit upgrade. So if you do not have a valid software assurance and you'd like to upgrade to SysKit, please just contact us at sales@acceleratio.net. For more information, you will be entitled to receive a 30% discount on your upgrade. As I mentioned, we have reserved 10 minutes at the end of this webinar for your questions and answers, so we'll try and find the most interesting questions, and Frane is going to answer them at the end of the webinar. Of course, we're going to do a short recap in a blog post where this video is going to be available as well with a slide deck. So just to kind of show you how the questions look like, this is the screenshots from our other webinar. So go to the console on the right and just open it, and you can post your questions down there, and our support team is going to answer you as soon as they can. And as I mentioned, some of the questions we're going to answer at the end of this webinar today. So just to let you know what actually the new SysKit application is. So many of you are previous users of Terminal Services Log, so this will be familiar to you, but there are also some novelties in this new edition. So as the previous tool, Terminal Services Log, the SysKit is a powerful monitoring tool which is focused to help yourself as administration, system admins, and system consultants in your daily work. So what it does, it kind of gives you monitoring and reporting of your environment and your machines that can be found in that environment, like Citrix XANAP, Remote Desktop Services, Microsoft Remote Desktop Gateway, any SQL, Exchange, SharePoint, file server, any kind of server you might have, as well as the workstations. This monitoring is real-time monitoring, so you have real-time monitoring of your system performance, users, tracking user activities, and application usage as well. The monitoring is agentless, so there's no need to install the agent on the servers that are being monitored. There's only need to install and deploy the solution on one application server. You need to connect the database, and basically the SysKit Central Console is going to gather all the data from the servers and give you really detailed reports with the most important information that you're interested in about your environment. So here on the next slide we have a nice little overview of telling us what kind of things you can do and what kind of reporting you can do with SysKit. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of reports because SysKit tool gathers a lot of data, and we can even do custom reports if that is something that you're interested in and you wish to get more information out of your environment than the built-in reports are giving you. These reports can be exported into PDF or Excel. You can create your own subscriptions and set up reports, deliver them daily, weekly, or monthly, and you can set up intelligent alerting classification to kind of keep you up to date with all of the information that is going on in your environment. As I mentioned, we have the performance monitoring, which is really something we are extremely proud of. It gives you an overview of all of your systems, all of your servers' health status. You can receive the warning or critical thresholds about the performance counters that are going on your servers. So if you have some server in critical state, perhaps the CPU has gone way up, the SysKit tool will let you know. You will have intelligent alerting ready, and you can go in and take a look and see what's happening and see whether you need to go and act on it or not. There is also the web application is available in SysKit, so you can monitor this data from anywhere, anytime, and basically you're up to date with your system wherever you are. There is also another thing that is really useful in our tool, and that is the system audit. So you can monitor your logon attempts. You can even block suspicious IP addresses and check who is actually accessing and using your file system in your company. So this is, let's say, a short overview of what SysKit does and what are its main features. You can check them out. As I mentioned, if you have the software assurance, you can download the new version and look at it for yourself. If you don't, then you can still download the new version and try the 30-day free trial, and make sure to contact us if you wish to upgrade, because as I mentioned, we are having an offer for you, so you can have this upgrade with a 30% discount ready. So I'm just going to run us through a short story about how the idea of rebranding to SysKit was born. So as many of you already know, SysKit and actually the Terminal Services Log, it's the first tool that we've created. The idea of it started in 2008, and with Terminal Services Log, we've created other 3 tools that had similar mission, which was to monitor activity on all your systems in your environment. So we have Server Monitoring Toolkit, as well as the Remote Desktop Gateway for monitoring of the gateways, in Virtual Desktop Monitor for monitoring of any kind of workstations you may have in your environment. We've always tried to develop and kind of upgrade these tools according to your feedback. This is something that we're always eager to hear. And one of the things that we've noticed is that we could create a combined power of these tools to one unique tool that will kind of give you reporting on everything that you're interested, because as you know, in your company you have multiple systems and you would like to monitor them all. So this is actually how the idea of SysKit was born, and there's a little cute story behind the name. Actually, as you can see, the SysKit is a combination of the words of system, admin, and toolkit. We have the umbrella of our products. They all are some sort of toolkit. We have CloudKit 365 for Office 365 toolkit. We have SPDockit, our well-known SharePoint toolkit. We went ahead and created SysKit, another toolkit for our dear system admins, and many of our customers are actually many of our customers are actually the system admins are. So with a new beginning, we decided to rebrand it, to create the new logo, the new materials. So as you can see here, we have a new logo. It's a cute little blue whale, and the story behind it actually is interesting, because kit in Croatian actually means whale. So each of our tools became a little whale. So we have these 3 little whales in 3 different colors that are presenting each and every of our tools. So as I mentioned, the main idea behind the SysKit was to create the tool that can monitor all of your machines that you have in your environment. So this is just an overview of all of the technologies that are supported with SysKit. So as I mentioned, we support every Windows Server editions, SQL Server, SharePoint Server, Exchange Server, any remote desktop services along with the gateway, VMware Horizon, any kind of Windows Servers roles, and Citrix servers as well. So if you have any of these servers in your environment, you would be covered with one single SysKit tool. So today we're going to focus, since you are our existing customers, we're going to focus on how to upgrade you to SysKit. So first thing you should ask yourself is, do you have valid software assurance or not? If you do, then you have a download package ready on your customers portal, and if you don't, as I mentioned, don't be shy, contact us. We're going to make you an upgrade quote so you can get yourself a new download of the SysKit and you can upgrade to the SysKit as well as the other customers. So if you are the remote desktop gateway and terminal services log customer, the upgrade is fully supported, and if you are server monitoring toolkit customer, you would need to configure the SQL database. That is the only difference between those two upgrades. Today in the demo we're going to be showing the terminal services log upgrade to SysKit because most of our customers had terminal services log, and we're going to do it with the existing SQL Server database, and the upgrade is going to be to the same one as that you had. So as I mentioned, the upgrade can be done in two ways. If you had an embedded database, you would need to configure the new database since this embedded database is no longer supported in SysKit, and if you already had an existing database, the upgrade is pretty simple. It's just like click, finish, and you're going to be all set up. So more about this technical data is going to be explained in the demo by Frain. I'm feeling that I'm talking way too much, so I'm just going to let him do his job and share his screen with you and show you how the actual upgrade is looking like. So this is it from me for today. Let's move to Frain. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Great introduction. We have now here existing terminal services log installation on the Windows Server 2012, and we have around 30 servers that we are currently monitoring. We have some users that are logged on to the server. So what we will do is we will use this server and existing terminal services log installation with all the settings that we have. So existing users, existing email subscriptions, if you created a custom reports or something else, will be upgraded to the SysKit. So let's close this existing TSL and let's execute the SysKit setup. Okay. So the install wizard will unpack the files. It will ask us to remove previous version of the software. So basically the SysKit configuration wizard detects terminal services log and the settings, and it will do the in-place upgrade of the application. So it will remove the old service, old files, and everything else, and then it will ask us to upgrade. Let's confirm the EULA. And in SysKit, one of the features that we implemented again is the SysKit web application as well. So basically you are able to access reports through your web browser like Google Chrome or Firefox or Internet Explorer. But for this demo, let's just choose the console installation. So let's click next. We'll choose the default folder for the software. And here we can choose if all the users that are on the server will have access to the software or only you as an administrator. So for the purpose of this demo, let's select the current user, so yourself. It will ask us here if you have existing SQL Server instance or you want to migrate maybe somewhere else existing TSL database. So for this demo we will connect to the existing SQL Server, so we will choose this first option, click next, and that's it. Now the install wizard will unpack all the files and we will be ready to do the in-place upgrade. So let's close this and let's click finish. So now the configuration wizard of this new SysKit application will execute. Basically it will detect from the folder where terminal services log was previously installed all the existing settings, and it will ask you this. So setup has detected previous installation. Do you wish to upgrade? We need to check this box here, and now it will connect to the same SQL database, and everything we need to do is just enter service user password. So let's enter the password. Let's click to validate. OK. Click next, and that's it. So this configuration wizard connects to the existing SQL database. It detects all the different users, servers, and it will upgrade everything. In case you have a lot of servers, this upgrade can take a while, maybe 30 minutes or something like that. And the configuration wizard will ask you, do you want to upgrade your version of the terminal services log? So like Sarah mentioned before, if you have a valid software assurance, this upgrade is free of charge. So let's click yes. And this will take maybe a minute or two. Okay, updating config files. Now it will start the service, and that's it. So let's select to finish the wizard, and new SysKit application will execute. Okay, so as SysKit requires new license, it will execute for the first time as a trial edition. So basically, you need to connect to our customer portal, and you need to copy the key from there, and then you can use that key to activate your copy of the SysKit. So for this demo, let's click just try. And that's it. Our SysKit wizard has upgraded and detected all the previous settings in the database. So we have all of our servers that we had before. We can go to show current sessions, and all of our users are right here. So let's check the user reports. So all of our users that we had previously on the servers are detected, so you can basically check all the different users when they logged on to the servers, how long, and stuff like that. Let's check the performance reports. So when our application upgrades, it takes just some time to connect to the servers, and basically this real-time performance dashboard will start refreshing in a while. So as we just upgraded the application, the service was just started. It will just take some time to update and refresh these servers that we had previously in the database. So basically that's it. The upgrade, like you see in place, was in place, and all our data, all of our users and servers are here. So I will just, Sarah will take over the presentation, so she will continue with PowerPoint.
Okay,
Sarah?
okay guys, just to recap this, just wait a while till I make myself presenter. Okay, so this is where we left off. Fran now showed us how to upgrade to SysKit from your terminal services log. As you've seen, it's pretty simple. So all you need to do is follow the instructions, connect to the existing database, and basically you're all done. SysKit will recognize all of the setup that you had previously on your previous tool, and it will be shown on your new application. So this is just a short summary of today's webinar. So as I mentioned, SysKit is a combined power of 4 different system monitoring products that we previously had. If you would like to upgrade, first you need to check if you have valid software assurance. If not, just contact us. We'll help you out and give you a quote for the upgrade. As I mentioned, we do offer 30% discount for the attendees of this webinar. And when you do get the installation package, you need to download it, install it, and configure if necessary. So there is all the documentation you need for the configuration. If you need to configure the database on our help pages, or if you get stuck somewhere, just contact us, send us an email, and we can do a call or guide you through it and show you how to do it if you get stuck. But as I mentioned, it's pretty simple, and most of the installations look exactly like Fran showed us here today. So now we have few questions from the audience. So our team was ready and was answering all of these questions during the webinar, and we're just going to run through a couple of them here right now. So we have a question from Bobby, who had terminal services log and remote desktop gateway monitor, and he's wondering where does SysKit fit into this? Was the upgrade path for my servers, where was the upgrade path for me where I had 2 applications on the same server? So Fran, maybe you could take over this one.
Yeah, sure. So basically, if you had a dedicated terminal services log and RD Gateway Monitor application, you can upgrade either one. So the TSL and RD Gateway Monitor can be upgraded to SysKit. You can keep both databases, but if you wish to continue to monitor both these servers into a single database, that can be performed as well.
Okay, so that answers that. We have a question from Andy, who is asking us, I have 6 locations. Am I okay to install SysKit on 6 different servers?
Yes, okay, great question. So before required sometimes to install terminal services log agent on the server and then to connect to the existing SQL database. So basically all these different agents were able to store the data into one SQL database. Now with SysKit you can install application only on one server, and by using TS API, SysKit will gather the data from the remote terminal servers, and it will store all the data from all the servers in one database. So for this particular question, you can install SysKit only on one server, and then you will just add the existing servers. So basically the agent will be only on this single server.
Okay, so we have another question from Eric. This is actually something Fran was talking about. Eric has a question, will my existing email subscriptions remain the same when I upgrade to SysKit?
Yes, like I mentioned before, all the existing email subscriptions, so if you had multiple reports that were configured for multiple users, everything will be upgraded in place.
Okay, so we have David, who is asking us, we want a report that shows what user is doing on terminal server. Okay, so this would be our user reports. That would mean what applications they're actually spending their time on. So this is report related question. So Fran, maybe we should answer that as well.
Yeah, sure. So if you go to application reports, you can check for every user actual application that was executed in that particular session. So you will see the start time, the end time, and if that particular user was actually using the application. So all the apps that were active in the sessions, that particular session, you will see that for that user.
Okay, so we have two ladies here raising hands. So I have Faye asking us, what if we are using the embedded TSL database, so Terminal Services Log database, instead of the SQL Server database? How do we upgrade? Will there be any data loss?
Mhm. So some part of our clients before used the SQL Compact, so that was embedded database, and for the SysKit we support migration from that database as well. So when you install the SysKit, it will detect that embedded database as well, and it will migrate all the data from the SQL Compact to the full SQL Server. So this is fully supported.
Okay. So we have Heidi from Germany, I believe. I see a German domain here. So Heidi is asking us, can I upgrade directly from version 3.5 to the new 7.0 SysKit, yes, or must I step up? So I would suggest to Heidi to contact me about upgrading, but Rain can answer the technical upgrade part of this question.
So this can be upgraded with the latest SysKit 7.0 installation. So everything that you need to do is to install it on the server, and it will detect all the previous versions as well. So everything from version 2 to the latest version 6 is supported, so it really doesn't matter. Whatever you have, it will detect it and it will upgrade it to the latest 7.0 version.
Okay, so we have David. David come back and has a question. How can I reduce the performance consumption in SysKit? Perhaps David had some problems previously. You can contact us, David, with that, and Fran will explain how SysKit works and what are the system requirements for it right now.
Mhm. So probably, David, you have a lot of servers that you are monitoring with SysKit. If you have a lot of servers, we recommend to use the dedicated server for the SysKit only. So if you have, for example, more than 100 servers, we require at least 4 virtual CPUs and about 8 gigs of RAM. If you have more servers, of course, the best would be to expand the CPU power and to assign, let's say, 16 gigs of RAM for that servers, because everything is offloaded to the SysKit server. So there is nothing that there is no performance impact on the server that we are that we are monitoring. So basically what you need to understand is the SysKit will take only the CPU power of that machine where the SysKit is actually installed, and of course if you have a lot of servers, it will require some CPU power.
Okay, so the most important thing to know is that, as Fran mentioned, there is no load on the monitor servers, and this is because we're using the agentless monitoring on SysKit. So we have another question from Alex. Alex actually operated the SysKit, and he has a problem. He can't seems to be find previously monitored Citrix servers, although he's chosen the entire Active Directory, and when he was asked which servers to monitor.
Mhm. So in some situations, when you upgrade, we disable the servers. So what you need to do is you go to the servers tab and you select disabled servers. All your existing servers will be there. So what you need to do is just select all the servers, and in the ribbon you need to click enable, and that's it. The application will enable the servers again and it will start collecting data from those servers.
Okay, thank you. So we're running out of time, but I think we have enough time for one last question. So here's Mike asking us, will there be any downtime when upgrading? Do I need to reboot the system?
Yes, of course. So the latest SysKit requires .NET 4.5.2. If you do not have that .NET, you will need to install it. In some situations, if you have a pending reboot or something, some application that you previously installed, the reboot will be required. So basically, the SysKit will not require the reboot, just the .NET installation will require it. But if you have it, no reboot is required for the server.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of our Q&A session. All of the remaining questions will be answered in a blog post when we publish it, and I want to thank you all for joining us here today and would like to just remind you that if you have any questions, you're welcome to contact us at support@acceleratio.net. We are very proud of our support team. We try to answer all of your questions as soon as we can, and we truly value every customer feedback, so I encourage you to send us an email even if it's just to say hi. So guys, thank you one more time for joining us here today, and I hope we'll be seeing you in another webinar that we'll be hosting. So bye for today.
Thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.